We have a situation at the moment where all former governors in the state are together in support of this incumbent governor. What do you say of that?
Well, if you are saying former governors, who are these governors? Who are these governors that are not APC? Fayose. As Fayose, the Fayose that you knew before, does he have any other followers now that will join him? Fayose has become a political scavenger. People know him to be avaricious about money. Anywhere money is, you see Fayose there, trying to milk. He's such a character that has no shame. So, identify Fayose as one of the former governors in supporting Bao is like a minus even to Bao himself. If he does not know, Ekiti people, Ekiti people are not, they are not stupid. They know the kind of character Fayose is. Let Fayose continue to gloss over the television and be making noise. The preponderant majority of Ekiti people knows that he's there as a scavenger trying to make a Bao. Not that it's going to contribute or add any meaningful value to his administration. What value is Fayose going to add to Bao? Yes, Niadba will always protect his political party. Dr. Fayemi will also protect his party. Shagoni has been an oscillating figure who is neither there nor there. Moving around, jumping around, thinking that he can still make it as a former governor. So his own case is a different matter. It's not because he's bringing anything other than, oh, okay, let me be part of them too. These are not issues that people should think will change the narrative. The people will decide. It's not about former governors, 10 governors being with one person.
You don't see these people as power blocks?
Which power block? If you are talking about power block, these are spent forces. They have become spent forces. Shagoni joined APC recently. How many of his followers followed him there? Fayose has lost touch with PDP. He has been ostracized. That's why he's clinging around the Bao. Let him come back to PDP and say he's the leader, whether he will see the kind of followership he has before. Fayemi made Bao, whichever way anybody looks at it, whether he has issues with the presidency or not, he made him. That nobody will say he should throw his baby away. So all other governors that are coming to join him, they are only helping Dr. Fayemi, to solidify structure. So don't see it as something that is impenetrable. So the ADC has come as a credible alternative to all these shenanigans that we are witnessing in Ekiti. That's the truth. Because Ekiti people are only looking forward to an alternative. Do we have an alternative to this nonsense going around? That's what Ekiti people are saying at present. And that's why we are presenting a credible alternative that has no blemish in the person of Ambassador Daribejide. Because looking at the history, the political trajectory of Ekiti State, you know that we have not had it so bad like the current administration that is depriving Ekiti son and daughter from contesting an election. This is the height of brigandage, political brigandage that we can witness. Okay. If nobody is saying it, we will say it. Let them come and pick us and take us to wherever they want to take us. We will leave them to get out. That is the truth. It's appalling. And that many intellectuals in this state can no longer speak about this Gestapo arrangement that is currently ravaging the state in the name of governance. This is misgovernance of the highest order. I would say that we are still in the process of coalescing. Unfortunately, the current regime, the ruling party in the state and even at the national level, has elected to destroy opposition. And they thought perhaps Nigerians will look on and continue to support this maladministration that they have brought upon Nigerians. They started with the killing of PDP, using some renegades, rebels, people like Ayofauci and Wike, to destroy PDP. And the cumulative effect of that particular arrangement is still what we are witnessing in PDP in Ekiti State as present. We have many of them, of their agents within the PDP, who are hell-bent in destroying that party, and they have destroyed it. Unfortunately, people did not see it coming, but we warned that this road that you people are passing will become obsolete after some time. We warned that the PDP can no longer be a vehicle that can transform or bring any governance into fruition in Ekiti State. And that was when we were calling for a coalition, that people should come together, face this among us, APC, and perhaps let us work together and do the needful. They have done it, and they have made sure that PDP as an opposition will not be able to stand election with them in APC. And that was why we came up with this. Unfortunately, many of our politicians, we are incurable optimists who still want to say that, yes, we can weather through, we can manipulate, we can maneuver, we can do this. Unfortunately, those who brought about the mystery upon PDP knew that they were going nowhere. And it has suddenly become a blessing, to the African Democratic Congress. Not a blessing in the terms that we are happy that it's happening to a political party like that. But we are only saying that it will provide an opportunity for us to see, the wickedness of the ruling elite, and come together to change the narrative for a better, a better government and a good governance in Ekiti State. It is time now for those in PDP to realize what we've been saying, that except that we come together, work together to face this behemoth, we may not be able to get ourselves out of this mystery they have brought upon Ekiti people.
What you're saying is that you're now calling on members of the PDP in the state
because
to join the APC.
You can't destroy my house and watch you continue to grow too. This is politics. This is real politics. Those who have elected to destroy others should expect that they too should be expecting destruction. If the APC felt that they have successfully destroyed PDP, they should also know that some people will group themselves together to destroy the APC. It may not be immediate, but in the long time, it will happen.
Do you admit that the ADC alone cannot upstage the incumbent?
There is no party alone that can win an election in this state. I've been part of this electoral process in Ekiti State. No one political party has the strength to win. The APC that is currently there did not win on the strength of his capacity alone. You see, in Ekiti State there are three structures. 2 standard structure and 1 oscillating structure. That oscillating structure is the decider of the votes anytime. But this is for politicians.
What are the 2 other standard structures?
You have APC, you have PDP.
And you need their alliance.
You need the alliance with the oscillating structure. The oscillating structure is within the 2, oscillating between the 2.
So are you working on that?
Well, I will tell you now, let APC continue to delude themselves and think that they have captured the state or captured Nigeria. Let them continue.
Some people believe that the Ekiti State APC is also behind the PDP situation.
Well, I'm not one of those who do that, but I know that in politics, everything, everything can be used. It's a war without weapons. So people can be used, money can be used, so many other things can be used, to upstage your opponent if you feel threatened. Just like this current administration is feeling threatened by the day. If they are not desperate and not threatened, they will allow free and fair primary. They will allow other political parties to try. They will allow people to say what they want to say if they are actually sure of what they are saying, that they have performed. They have done the greatest thing. They have done even work better than many of the predecessors. They should have allowed people to speak their mind, not gagging people, not trying to intimidate people, not putting people on Trump up charges.
Does ADC have members of APC in its fold today?
I was once in APC.
Okay, beyond in terms of large number.
Yes, obviously. Obviously. Even there are still ADC member in APC now that they are waiting in the wing.
For what?
For the election to come, so that they can now show to our brother that maybe you have shown to us that we are not matter.
So they are there to sabotage?
Not sabotage. They will express themselves in terms of vote. Some people may remain in APC and say, okay, I'm not voting for you. It's my choice. You can't force anybody on the day of the election.
But what about the role of...
Let me tell you, politicians are politicians when they went from any day, any time. I can be in ADC and not vote on the day of the election. I can be in APC and not vote on the day of the election, or vote for my choice, and still remain in APC. So the issue is not about whether some people moved literally into ADC. The issue is, am I happy with what is on ground as a member of APC? No, I'm not happy. So I decide to vote for the other person while I remain in my party.
Do you see a large number of APC members, if their current candidate is retained, voting against the party?
Has it not happened before? It happened in 2014 when they discovered that they did not want Dr. Fayemi to return as governor for a second time in 2014. They voted for
even members of the APC.
Well, because yes, they are Ekiti people. You see, forget about these platforms. We are Ekiti people. We are only using all these platforms to ventilate our aspirations. As I'm sitting down with you, I may decide not to vote for you on the day of the election. It doesn't matter. We will come back again and smile at each other. That's his politics. You see, it's not rocket science. Even the man there knew quite well how many times has he voted before he became the governor. Yes, he's a member of ADC, APC, ACN, AD, and all that. How many times has he attended what meetings? Who knows him as a member of political parties before? But today is the governor. Politics can throw up anything at any time. Forget about the narrative being spewed around the society. Politicians know how the games goes, and they know how to play their games. And that's why they say it's dirty, it's this, it's that, that. But the truth of the matter is that those who want power knows how to go about it.
Now let's look at the APC. We have someone in court at the moment. Besides the man who was disqualified, that's Kayode Ojo. He hasn't gone to court, but Olajumoke Abimbola has gone to court. Do you see any positive outcome in her case?
Well, I'm not a judge, so I wouldn't know whether there's a positive thing coming out of it. But all I know is that it's still an encumbrance, on the neck. It's an albatross. It's an albatross. Still an albatross on the neck of APC, unless it is removed. APC is still working on a very tight rope. I'm telling you. You still forget about the noise being made around by members of the party that all is well, they are going to election. The real politicians within the APC knew that there is still something hanging somewhere, and that if that sword of Damocles comes in the negative, that's the end of the show for them. Now, just like the PDP.
Now let's look at, in case ADC wins the coming election, what change do you think is likely to make a difference?
Let me tell you. If I tell you what change that will come now, we are yet to start our campaign. 2, I am not going to say it here now because it's what the same thing they will tell you they want to do.
Okay.
Even though they have forgotten to do it, you don't tell your opponent, you don't show your opponent your arsenal until you get to the battlefront. It's when you get to the battlefront, you start displaying your arsenal. But if you tell them that, okay, I have this, I have this, I have this, okay, they will go and employ that also and be using it. So the issue of what we will do will come during our campaign, when we are both campaigning. Because they will tell us what they have done, I mean. We will tell them that what they have not done and that this is what we want to do. During the campaign, which will soon start, they will tell us what they have done. They will tell the people what they have done. And we will tell them what they have not done, that they ought to have done. And we will now tell the people what we want to do. At that point, the people will make the right choices.
Right Honorable Aribisogan, you were the Speaker of the Ekiti State House of Assembly at the exit of John Kayode Fayemi in the Ekiti State. What were the circumstances that actually led to your exit from the Ekiti State?
Well, the matter is still pending in court, but I can tell you that we had an election, and the election went smoothly. I was elected, I was sworn in, and I was about starting job when some element within the system decided to use the police, to rupture the entire thing. And the matter was taken to court, and the matter is still pending in court.
For how many years?
Well, it's still the machination of our judiciary. The Nigerian judiciary, they have their own nuances, they have their own games, and they have their own procedural rules that govern their operation. So I can't really, phantom what has made it very long. But all I know is that the matter is still pending in court.
And is that why you never made an attempt to return to in terms of election, participating in an election?
Not only that, you see, I've done 2 terms in the State House of Assembly.
Okay.
And if I would go further, I would still have to sit down again, reflect on it, look at the possible scenarios that can bring about a new step that will be taken. If I have decided that, if I decide to contest the election, I will make it public. Nothing that debarred me from contesting, but I just feel that there's a time for me to take stock of what has been done. The last 3 years, I've gone back to school. I'm currently, the next few months, I'll finish my PhD program. And
beautiful. In what area?
I'm a student of international relations. My first degree, my second degree was in international relations and diplomacy. So, and at the PhD level, that's still what I'm doing. So I believe that when I finish that, then I look at it whether I should proceed on maybe contesting an election or perhaps going through other way of imparting knowledge or service to the people. So it is still part of my own destiny, taking stock, going back to school, getting more refreshed, and before coming back again, to start this race again.
What's your current designation in the ADC?
I'm the State Publicity Secretary of the APC.
Okay, now finally, what is your prediction of the outcome of the coming election in June, if you are to predict?
Well, as a politician, every politician will say I will win. Every politician will tell you that his party will win. APC will tell you they will win. PDP will say they will still win. ADC also will say it will win. But the truth of the matter is that the outcome of the current election will not be the same as predicted by APC. That is the truth. The outcome of the next election will not be the same thing as predicted by the All Progressive Congress. It then means that the ADC, will change the narrative.
People of the Fountain.